Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is Rianne.
And this is Jordan.
And today we are going to be renovating or fixing up some old pants so that they fit better and so that they're more personal. So first we seam ripped all the way up the sides, pretty much up to the pockets. Jordan said that these pants did not fit her the way she wanted them to, and they were uncomfortable around her thighs, and so we cut them all the way up to the pockets, and then Jordan picked out some fabrics and then arranged them.
I wanted kind of a quilted look with not with an organized or straight, with no organization or straight lines.
So she arranged them, and then I sewed them all together and made sure to stitch down the seams so that they sat flat. And then I trimmed it into a sort of a triangle shape, not necessarily perfect. I did not necessarily try to make sure any of the lines were actually properly straight, just more or less making a triangle panel to put in where the seams have been ripped, and just cutting all the way up the sides. Once I had stitched the panel in, I went back over the raw edges with a zigzag stitch to try and make sure that nothing would fray or come apart, and then I trimmed the bottom edge, leaving a little bit extra in order to roll it over and make a rolled hem across the bottom so that that would look pretty and finished as well.
And we then would use the extra part that we cut off of the end, since there was so much of it, in the other leg.
Using that little chunk off the bottom and some other pieces, we pretty much just repeated all the same steps for the other leg and then attached it. Once we had that, we were able to turn the pants right side out again, and they looked incredible.
And the two sides are far from identical and both very unique, which I like.
And then we had some little holes around the pockets that I just patched up with some simple pieces of fabric that I hand-stitched in place behind the holes in order to avoid having random holes.
And this is me, Jordan, modeling the pants, because they're my pants.
And doesn't she just look stunning?
After the modifications, they fit much better and were much more personalized and my style. And I love these jeans and actually wear them now, whereas before I literally never wore them because they were so uncomfortable and so plain and boring. I then had a second pair of pants that fit me much better. That was my plan as to what to do with it. I'm going to use bleach to make these heart designs in it, and I put a card piece of cardboard in the leg to make sure that the design didn't seep through to the other side. That's the bleach I used. Make sure to wear gloves when doing stuff like this, and I had a selection of paintbrushes. I did not use all of them.
And it was just kind of old, like dollar store brushes, so nothing expensive.
And these jeans, to start off with, fit me much better than the other ones and are not suffocating my legs. They were just boring, so I fixed them. To start off with, I wasn't entirely very good at it and was just kind of winging it, and so several of the hearts at the beginning were very wonky and weird, and that first heart I eventually went back and filled in because the lines were so thick and weird and uneven. I wanted several hearts all across the pants that I arranged in a kind of random pattern and a kind of light to dark fade at the bottom. I did several hearts that were just outlines and several that were fully filled in. After I finished doing what I wanted with the bleach, I let them dry for a little bit, and then I used glow-in-the-dark and glitter fabric paint to put on top of all my hearts and designs to make it more vibrant and more me.
And she just spread it around with her finger to make it the proper texture that she wanted.
Because I didn't want the thick, puffy paint line. I wanted it to just be on top of the hearts, so I made it very thin and spread out. I think I didn't put as much bleach on the second side as I had gotten better at doing the hearts first try, so I didn't need to put as much, and it ended up accidentally making the second side not as lightened as the other side, but that's okay.
And Velvet had to double check all of our work, of course.
She was trapped in a cage for a good while too, so that she wouldn't eat the bleach.
Well, it wasn't really a cage, it was a special backpack, but then again, she was not happy about it, and then a little bit later she climbed into it herself and decided to sit there with the door open, so whatever.
after I was finished, I let it dry, and then here's me modeling them. I love them. Since I had put the glow-in-the-dark paint on some of the spots, we tried to get it to get a look at that. It wasn't quite as bright as I would have liked it to be, or as even, but it still looks good. I might go back and retry that later.
Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave any comments or suggestions, and we'll see you next time.
And thanks for listening to my nonsense.